Everyone, welcome to my channel. I created this channel to help students like you who understand topics in a simple, clear and fun way. Anytime, anywhere, whether you are preparing for exams and reviewing classwork and curious to learn more, you are in a right place. In this channel you will find lesson videos, tips, quizzes, explanations and a lot more to support your learning journey. If this sound is helpful, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment and click notification button. Don't you never miss the lesson. Thank you. I will proceed to today's lesson. I have grade 9 mathematics note. Especially I emphasize on exercises. So grade 9 mathematics starts from unit 1. Unit 1 is about sets. Further on sets. What does set mean? As you have learned this topic in grade 7, just you have idea about sets. So when we say sets, let me say something about sets and elements of sets. So when we say set is a collection of what? Well-defined objects or elements. Here there is the word well-defined. If you say a set is a collection of objects or elements, you are not correct, right? You have to add the word well-defined. That object must be well-defined. If there is doubt to say this object is this, it cannot be a set. Therefore now set is a collection of well-defined. What does well-defined means? When we say well-defined, we mean that if object is given, we are able to determine what? Whether the object is in the set or not. Just if we identify whether the given object is identified, you can say what? That set is well defined. So the word well defined means that we are able to determine what? Whether the object is in the set or not. If it is in the set, we can say set. If not, we can't say set. Sets are usually denoted by capital letters like what? A, B, C and SC. These capital letters denote what? Sets. As I have tried to explain it in grade 7, you can refer it. In Afan Oromo, I explained sets in grade 7. The elements of sets are represented by the elements of that set is represented by small letters, while set represented by what? Denoted by capital letters. Okay. For example, if A is an element of set A, we say A belongs to what? A belongs to set A. If A is an element of the given set, if A is contained in set A, small a contained in set A, we said small a is belongs to capital A, capital A is set. The Greek symbol, this epsilon, is used to denote what? Belongs to. Belongs to means elements. Alright? We write if A is an element of the given set A, we say what? A is member of set A. If not, for example, if B is not an element of set A, we write B is not an element of set A. We write C if it is not an element as such. And I read as what? B does not belongs to set A. Belongs to set A. Or B is not a member of set A. So it is denoted by the symbol. For example, the set of students in your class is well defined. The set of students in your class, as you know, the total number of students in your class is known. There is no doubt to say it is set or not. So this is clearly defines what? Set, because students in a given class is known. Okay. When came to another example, B, the collection of kind students in your school. Here there is a word kind. If it says a collection of students in your school, that is well defined. But there is a word kind. A word kind, if one student is kind for the other, he may not kind to the other. If it is a kind student is for one person, it may not kind for the other. So there is what? Doubts. There is doubt. This is not well defined set, because it is difficult to list members of the set. Because asirratti akkuma ilaaltani jechi kind jedhu namni tokko isa tokkoof gaarii yoo ta'e isa tokkoof gaarii ta'uu dhiisuu mala. Kanaafiyyuu asirratti namni kun gaariidha yookaan hamaadha jechuudhaaf isa tokkoof hamaa yoo ta'e isa tokkoof gaarii ta'uu danda'a waan ta'eef inni kun maalin ibsu? Tuutan ibsu jechaadha. Tuutan ibsu. So in general, the word kind is best, small, beautiful, handsome, can't describe set. So jechoota akka babbareedoo akkuma yeroo darbe kutaa torbatti ilaale babbareedoo, dhedheeroo, gaggabaaboo kan jennuun kunneen baay'ee gaarii maal kan jennuun kun it depends on, fakkeenyaaf bareedaa yeroo jennu beauty is in the eyes of beholder. Therefore, if one person is handsome to one person, he may not be handsome to other person. So there is doubts. So such warroonni akkasii kunneen maalin ibsanii? Tuuta hin ibsanii jechaadha. Look, collection. Consider G as a set of vowels letters in English alphabet. So A is an element of set G. So A is vowel. O is also an element of G because O is vowel. I is also an element of G because I is vowel. But B is not an element of G. Why? B is not vowel, it is consonant. The letter B is consonant. So it is not an element of G, where G is a collection of vowels in English alphabet. For example 2, suppose that A is the set of positive numbers. Write the symbol E or the symbol element or not an element. This is element or this is not an element in the blank space. For example, here was given, the given set is all the set of positive even number, positive even number, 2, 4, 6, 8, like that. So 4 is an element of A, exactly, here is an element. 5 is not an element of A, negative 2 is not an element of A, because we are asked to find positive even number. 0 is also not an element of set A, because just we are asked to find positive even numbers. Therefore, even numbers, as I said, 2, 4, 6 and 8. 4 is an element, 5 is not an element, negative 2 is not an element, 0 is also not an element of the given set A. Right, now let's come to exercise 1.1. Which of the following is well-defined set? Justify your answer. For example, a collection of boys in your class. So a collection of boys in your class is well-defined. So this is what? Set. It defines set. B. A collection of efficient doctors in Black Line Hospital. When you say here, if there is no word efficient, for example, if it says a collection of doctors in Black Line Hospital, it is definitely set. It describes set. But there is a word efficient. If one doctor is efficient to one person, he may not efficient to the other. Therefore, there is what? Shakkii jira gidduu kana jechaadha. Shakkii. Inni tokko doktora bu'a qabeessa jedhee yoo ilaale, isa tokko bu'a qabeessa ta'uu dhiisuu mala waan ta'eef jechoonni akkasii kunniin maalin ibsanii tuutan ibsana. So the word efficient doesn't describe a set. Therefore, this is not well defined set because the elements of the set are not clearly known because of the what? The word efficient. Okay. As collection of all natural numbers less than 100, this is well defined. We know elements of natural number less than 100, 1 up to 99. Therefore, this is noun. This is noun. So it describes what? Set. So this set is well defined. Set since the elements of all natural numbers less than 100 are what? 1, 2, 3 up to 99. So this is clearly known. For this reason, it is well defined. If it is well defined, it describes what? Sets. The other is the collection of what? Songs by artist Tilahun Gassase. So the collection of songs by artist Tilahun Gassase, you know, the songs of artist Tilahun Gassase, the collection of these songs are what? Well defined. But if it says a collection of best or better, best songs of artist Tilahun Gassase, that will not be a set if it says best. If one song is best to the one person, it may not be best to the other person. Therefore, if it says best, it doesn't describe set. But now it simply says the collection of songs by artist Tilahun Gassase. It's definitely define what? Sets. Okay. The other is number 2. Let A be a set containing an element 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Insert the appropriate symbol, an element or not an element, in the blank space. For example, 5 is 5 an element of the given set A? Yes, definitely. It is an element of set A. So 5 is contained in set A, therefore 5 is an element of set A. What about 8? Right? 8 is not contained in set A, therefore 8 is not an element of set A. What about 0? 0 is not contained in set A, therefore 0 is not an element of A. What about 4? 4 is contained in set A, therefore it is an element. 7 is not contained in set A, therefore 7 is not an element of A. Therefore, this is all about today's lesson. Thank you for your watching this video. Next time we'll see set description. Thank you.